Hi, folks. Welcome back. To my regular subscribers, thank you for continuing to watch my channel. And for new viewers, thank you for watching. And if you feel that my content is something you're interested in, please subscribe. From Fox News, who will stand up for me and other women being beaten by biological males like Leah Thomas? If things don't change, women's sports will never be the same. Who stood up for you? Nobody. Why? Because you said and did nothing. Your entire generation, people you went to school with, your classmates in college and high school, all of your teachers in high school, and all of your professors in college, and all the administrators in college did nothing. Let's read on. As a collegiate female athlete, I feel I can safely say I wasn't alone in being utterly dismayed to see a biological male, UPenn's Leah Thomas, trounce all the female competitors in NCAA Women's Swimming Championship 500-yard freestyle on March 17th. I'm a runner for Southern Utah University. College competition had its share of difficulties, obvious and not so obvious. But eventually you find your groove mentally and physically, make new friends among your teammates, placing in meets and setting up new personal bets. Here's the thing. Did you say anything publicly when you were a runner at Southern Utah University before biological males, now trans women, were on your team and you started losing? You said nothing. For female athletes like me, it's all worth it. That's because you become a stronger, more confident person and competitor because of the pure joy that comes of working as hard as you can and doing your best. Maybe you just won a medal or took a few seconds off your best time. Perhaps you pushed one of your teammates to run faster in place too. And that's just no feeling like it, of course. The first sign of all that might be changing came the day our coach told us that a Montana male student who first competed in the men's division would soon be running against us in the women's division. We were shocked. It didn't sound real. And I wondered, how could this possibly be happening? After all, with a man's build and strength, a biological male athlete would probably have a big impact on our races. And since I'd be running in most of the same races, I knew I'd be facing a particular challenge. We were shocked. It didn't seem real. How could this possibly be happening? And unless you've been living in a bubble this whole entire time before this biological male came on your team, you, your teammates, your friends, your family, your community said nothing. When the NCAA changed the rules to allow this individual, like Leah Thomas and others, and this biological male to be on your team, didn't affect you any, so you said nothing. Did you come out against the new NCAA rules? Nope. Did you even publicly say anything to your teammates, your coaches, your school? Nope. You said nothing. How much of a challenge first became clear the first time we lined up against each other at a cross-country meet. I looked down the starting line. The athlete's 6'4" frame seemed to tower over the rest of the competition. Of course. This athlete was a full foot taller than me. You crouched in the starting line next to a half dozen other girls about your size, and you see a biological male looming beside you and those muscles. And it isn't fair. This isn't right. To me, this is a first reminder of many of that. If things didn't change, racing would never going to be the same. And yet, prior to that, you said and did nothing. None of the female athletes know quite what to say or how to say to respond to this, but almost all of us mention it among ourselves. And almost to a woman, they agree this isn't right. But yet, before it happened, and the NCAA changed your rules, I'll repeat myself. You said nothing. Well, I don't want to be called names. I don't even be called a homophobe, a transphobe, a racist. I didn't want to get canceled by my friends in the school. Well, your silence was deafening. I'm not going to read this whole thing. I'm just going to breeze through it here. You can read if you want to. It became clear when one of our races, the biological male athlete's time, pushed one of my teammates out of the all-conference title. My friend didn't say anything, but it hurts badly to lose an opportunity we never get back because of something so obviously unfair. My friend didn't say anything. You said nothing. And you can go through, and she leaves some other examples, beating by 22 seconds, which is a ton in track and field. There's one here, a video of 4.5 seconds ahead of the nearest competition, and even seem to be breathing hard because there's biological differences. This is hard because not only women are being pushed out of their own sport, but past generations of women work so hard to get to where we are. For me, allowing biological males to compete in women's athletics is taking a very big step backwards. Here's the picture of Leah Thomas, who came in first. Biological male, trans woman. Second place, she seems so content. Look at third. She's pissed because you said and did nothing. International Olympic Committee continues to endorse letting biological male athletes compete in women's sports. And the NCAA earlier this year pretty much washed their hands of any responsibility. Yep. Leaving decisions on the issue to the administrators of individual sports. A coward's way out. And here's the sentence that tells the whole story. Most of them seem more concerned about the opinions of woke activists and cancel culture than they do about what's happening to women athletes. And there you have it. You were afraid that the mob would come after you on social media, in your classmates in college, your hometown, people you went to high school with, teachers, administrators, professors. Yet you said nothing because you were afraid. Well, now comes the price to pay. My teammates and I are watching our records, our scholarships, and our competitive opportunities slip away. Wondering if anyone in authority is going to have the courage to step up and save women's sports. You didn't have the courage? You didn't talk to anybody else that had the courage? You didn't write the NCAA and had the courage? You didn't stand up at a meeting with your team and say this is wrong before you had a biological male on your track team? You said nothing. Nothing. Oh, I just want to keep my head down. I don't want to get in trouble. Okay. This is the price you pay. This is an incredibly expensive life lesson for you. If you say nothing, people will walk all over you. You're being screwed over. I don't see it changing much. We can get into the reason. We can get into what can be done in the future, but that's not what this article is about. All you young ladies out there, when you're in high school and now in college, scholarships are slipping away. How many low-income young women could have went to college on a full scholarship that aren't now? I'll bet you a whole bunch. Why? Because you said nothing. And always, 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 in the end, progressive policies always cause destruction and turmoil and have the opposite effect of what they wanted to do. They don't care who they hurt. They don't care about anything but their ideology and their agenda. Maybe this is a very, very difficult and expensive lesson. Better to learn it now than learn it in your 40s. Maybe next time you won't do nothing. Until next time, goodbye and good luck.